Alright, we just got done watching Sailor Moon Season 1, episode 38.
What's this one called? Crap.
Oh,
Start talking about the episode, man.
alright, yeah, we'll bring up the name of this one here, but basically there's a contest to figure out who the Moon Princess is by going up to the ski hill,
It's very,
and
very
whoever
bizarre.
gets down to the bottom first is the Moon Princess. Super bizarre. Didn't really make sense to me as though, or how that would determine the Moon Princess, but obviously it was something that the Dark Kingdom was doing to ploy the sailors.
Most def.
And then Yuichiro is back, and the guy that works for the shrine, long hair kind of guy. Yeah, what do you think about Yuichiro?
I love Yuichiro. Like, I was thinking about when we were watching the last couple episodes, the way that they've always kind of brought back some of the romantic interest. And I believe I've refrained from mentioning this, but they, as since Tuxedo Mask sort of arc as interest, as a romantic interest for both Usagi Sailor Moon and for Rei-chan, is he's been sort of sidelined now that he's turned evil, and we've found that Yuichiro would take the place as Rei, because Rei was actually dating Mamoru in some ways, and they never addressed how this love triangle played out. Now that they know that he's the old Moon King, Moon Prince,
and that Sailor Moon is obviously the princess.
Princess, right? And so I was thinking, this episode is called, by the way, "The Snow, the Mountains, Our Friendship, and of course, Ayuma too."
I love these titles that have they got the exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, and of course you know what's happening because we know there's gonna be Ayuma. So
yeah,
of course Ayuma too. But this title actually didn't give away as much, or as much as past titles have, definitely. And
I love Yuichiro.
Yeah. And then there was a quote from was it Kunzai?
Yeah.
And he said, before knowing your enemy, something along the lines of, before knowing your enemy, you must know yourself, which I think is pretty interesting because I agree with
athlete, that's great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And so then the sailors say they're going for training, which they weren't really. They were going to do this contest type thing, I don't know. But Luna and Artemis were getting all cozy. It's wintertime.
That was
obviously.
a weird scene.
And they were getting all cozy, and Luna seemed impressed that they were going to go training. And that was a weird thing because
it was just Artemis and Luna getting cozy.
Yeah.
On this heated table, and Luna being like, "Oh man, this is so cozy. Wow, the sailors are doing a great job." And then being like, "Hey, Artemis, what do you think?" And Artemis is just fast asleep, and Luna's like, "Wow, he looks so peaceful."
Yeah.
And they were not seen again.
Yeah, odd.
Yeah, that was odd.
And then something you actually pointed out, there was a quote, and it was a lot of weird people. There's a lot of weird people amongst the rich.
Was that by Yuichiro offers? He comes from a wealthy family.
Oh, that's why
of estate up on the ski hill.
Yeah.
He brings all of the sailor soldiers up to stay there with him or whatever. And it looks like he comes from wealth. And they ask him, "Oh yeah, Yuichiro." That's why I love Yuichiro. Why is it that if you come from such a rich family that you even bother working at the shrine? And he's like, I can't remember exactly what he says, but it's something along the lines of it's to stay cultured, to keep myself grounded. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. What an awesome dude.
Yeah,
and then Usagi says,
hey,
just Ray, keep in mind, there's a lot of weird people amongst the rich.
Exactly. That is a great.
Well, it's true.
He has some great characteristics.
Wake up.
Yeah, I mean, sheeple.
No, none of that.
None of that.
None of that. InfoWars garbage. Bye.
What's InfoWars?
We'll have a talk after the trip.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've heard about that or not the InfoWars, but I've heard that.
The dark web.
I've heard about the dark web.
Back to Sailor Moon.
Giant moon. Giant mountain moon princess race.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
There was a so when they go up there to do the moon princess race, Sailor Moon, Usagi thinks it's going to be all simple, easy.
What is it? Giant Moon Mountain Race?
That's what I wrote, yeah.
Okay.
Just to, jog my memory, Giant Moon Mountain Race. And so she thinks it's going to be all easy. She thinks it's going to be a nice, smooth ride. And then Yuichiro points out the mountain that they're going to be going down. And it is huge. It is ginormous. And Usagi, being the crybaby that she is, just starts kind of freaking out. She starts crying. And she doesn't want to do it, but she's obviously she's like, I'm the moon princess. I'm the real moon princess, so I have to do it.
Yeah.
So let's see then.
But Ray's the one who's like fantasizing about skiing as a romantic activity. She refers
Yeah,
to
no,
skiing.
she loves. She seems
that
to
was
love
really
skiing.
strange. Like I feel like there's some weird like copy and pasting in the writing of this episode. You know, where they're like, "All right, here's the formula. Skiing.
Yeah.
Yuichiro, let's throw him in there." I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely it wasn't the most story building episode, but it was just fun. It was
really
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
It was really comfortable.
Yeah.
It was like a warm table.
Oh well, no, exactly. Seeing that scene just made me feel cozy. I cozied up while I was watching it.
I felt making up some hot cocoa.
Yeah, making up some.
Putting some
nice
marshmallows.
I got a hot cup of Joe. That's all I need. Really great Joe here.
Yeah, really great Joe. I'd like to thank my roommate Daniel for making up some hot Joe for us.
Fantastic.
It's Portuguese apparently. Now we're getting too derailed in this.
The Blizzard Yuma.
Yeah.
So okay, so they're going down the ski hill. Usagi really doesn't want to, and Yuichiro says, "Come on!" and he pushes Usagi down, and Usagi somehow gets to the front. Everyone else is like falling, collapsing, and then it's Rei and Usagi going down.
Yeah.
And then this is when the Blizzard Yuma just creates this giant snowball going down the mountain.
See, I was thinking that we should call the Blizzard Yuma Dairy Queen.
Wow, that's good.
That's
oh
funny.
My anyway, oh my god.
This episode is sponsored by DQ.
You know what? There's something I like. You always got the puns. You always got the good.
Knock knock. Who's there? Right?
Yeah. This guy's always
Sailor
got some
Moon.
good
Back
gags.
to Sailor Moon. So it starts a blizzard. It starts an avalanche.
Yeah, and then Sailor Moon and Rei get trapped.
Yeah, and Yuichiro gets trapped. He actually gets absorbed by the snowball.
Yeah.
You know, sort of spirals in and out of the, like this.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Spirals. Whatever. And but he was like, yeah, I just thought it was noble how he just kind of took it, and then he gets sort of trapped on the other side of the avalanche, and Rei and Usagi have sort of a bonding moment where they discuss.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that the conflict and their kind of feud that's been developing and over Tuxedo Mask and just like their feud in general. They've always had this bickering where Rei is more mature and gets easily frustrated with Usagi's crybaby and antics.
But in one scene, they sort out the whole love triangle.
Yeah. They sort out that. And they just kind of like in amongst getting trapped like that, kind of become better friends. It seems like, even though they're still arguing. And then
this was such a great scene. No, this was a great scene. This is the big snowball. They try climbing over it, no luck, and they have this heart to heart. And then Usagi's like, "Wait! You're Sailor Mars. You could just use your firepower to get out."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh my god, why didn't we think of that?"
No. She says, "Oh my god, why didn't you notice that earlier?"
Yeah.
And Usagi's like, "No, you're Sailor Mars.
What's going on here?" So they go to transform, and then right as they're about to transform, Yuichiro has dug a hole all the way through it, and he's like, "Hey, I got you." And then I was like, "That's my guy. I love Yuichiro."
Yeah. Yuichiro, he's in it.
He's 100% my new favorite character. Him and Sailor Mars is like I'm voting for that.
I'm always, since the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember, but I've been on Sailor Mercury.
Sailor Mercury has not been getting a lot of action. Actually,
I know, and that's what makes me excited. Is because I think she's gonna come back strong.
The last centric episode of Sailor Mercury was probably the one where she had the sort of romantic interest, the guy that gets slightly better grades. And
I love that. I find it very charming. The Blizzard Yuma, I really something about the way that she was animated, her look, I really didn't like it. She had a smiley face, or just like a face on her like torso or on her hips, kind of stomach. She had just smiley faces all over her body, which I found looked very odd and kind of gross.
I would agree.
And
the human design's getting bad again. It's getting like kind of it's not lazy anymore, but it's just kind of just yuck,
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's good. Maybe it makes it easier for us to identify them as evil.
Yeah.
Okay, I also realized that Tuxedo Mask is the fourth great leader, right? Because there's Kunzite, Zoizite, Nefri, and Endymion.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's like in the full
and
soldier
in the
outfit
dark,
when he's in the Dark Kingdom and he's
tuxedo
perfectly interacting with them.
The evil tuxedo.
Yeah.
And I think it's it's simple, but it's great. The fact that his rose becomes black as he's this evil.
Yeah, and he briefly goes good in this episode.
Which was he briefly goes good to kind of save the sailors.
That was kind of they convinced him just by being like, "Hey, remember how you used to save us all the time or whatever?"
Yeah, and just I thought maybe power of love or whatever, like you said, but it was pretty. pretty what's the word? It was quick. It was too quick. It was too
Yeah.
like it just came out of nowhere kind of thing. And yeah, and then Yuichiro. Oh yeah, Yuichiro got like frozen
Yeah.
by
the
Yuma.
the Blizzard Yuma,
And
Dairy
of course,
Queen.
yeah, the episode ends just with the sailors warming him back up, which I found very nice. It's
Yeah.
a nice, peaceful, comfy ending there. So
Yeah. And Usagi says, "Hey Ray, I'm glad that we're friends again." And then
yeah,
she's like,
she immediately is.
she's just like, no, friends with you? No way. I'd rather toss you into the whatever. And she's like, Ray, you're colder than snow.
Yeah, and this whole episode was about snow.
No. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Skiing.
Yes, I love this show.
I love Yuichiro.
I love
Yuichiro
Sailor
Ray
Moon.
forever.
Yes.
Yuichiro Ray forever. You got any
Yeah.
shout outs this time? I'm enjoying the shout out what is it? Sailor Senshi Samara. We love your videos. Genuinely. Really, really good. Who would have known they were bigger Moonies than us? I guess we're not through the whole series, but
we're not through the
shout out
series.
Sailor Samara.
Hey, Sailor Senshi, what's her name?
Samara?
Samara, we got you. We're coming. We're gonna be the biggest Moonies in the town.
We're gonna be the biggest Moon reviewers in the history of YouTube. Thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.